Welcome to Make Money Mondays.
Welcome, friends. I think
Who?
somebody said, "Why is there music?" We play music just to lighten our mood. Sometimes by like 2 o'clock. I don't know about you, but by 2 o'clock, our energy seems to like after lunch mode where we slow down a little bit of our pace. So our music is just to cheer you up. And if you like the song, we love it. If you don't, give us a request because we're always looking to make you smile. That's
All
it.
Request Live line. We love music. Jen and I
Yeah.
have a lot of the same likes in music, so we tend to stick to the same things. But if you've got a request, let us know as long as it is Mo Anderson approved.
We did have a debate on brown eyes on Friday, so that's why you heard Brown Eyed Girl today. So that's it. That was it. Whoever asked why we play music, that's the reason.
Yeah, and it's whatever whim. Sometimes I match the music to the theme, which let me tell you, that's a talent within itself. Like if you need help, well, gee, I thought something was wrong with their computer. That's why.
No, nothing was, it was us. All us. Sorry. Make you smile. We you know what, it worked. It
It
worked.
did.
All right, let's
And
dive
you're not
in.
crazy. And you're not crazy. So we've got a couple of things for you today. If you were not here last week, we're going to talk about our mega open house that I am so excited about. And we're also going to talk about our giving and ways you can get into the community because I feel that a lot of us fear that maybe we don't have the financial ability to give back in our communities the way others do. Yet sometimes your time and your voice and your platform is sometimes all you need to use in order to give a group a leg up. I can tell you that I have my own local charity that I love and adore. And when I put out a small fundraiser event, when it's your birthday or different things, or when we're talking about Red Day, they got $250 that they would not have had in their organization over a couple of days. And not only did it feel great, but being able to talk about that, or now I'm a number one thought on people's brains when this company or this charitable organization, when somebody says real estate, they're going to think about us and all the good we help drive their way. So Jen, do you want to talk about the mega open house first, or do you want to talk about the local charities and giving posts for this week?
Yeah, let's go into the mega open house so we can answer any questions that you may have regarding it. If you haven't heard, Mega Open House Day in New England is on August 3rd. If you don't have any listings, we're encouraging you to go find listings within your market center to host. We are looking at a time frame between 11 and 4 during that day. We're looking to open as many listings as possible within New England to make the largest splash, and we're looking to market it region wide and as well as market center wide. There's also an incentive. I'm not sure if we mentioned the incentive last time, and I'm going to tell you about it. If you host an open house, or if you are a listing agent and you allow somebody else to host an open house for you, you are getting invited to an exclusive private VIP mastermind. And it's going to be a very high level, possibly some guest speakers coming in to really elevate our business for the fall into the winter. I know that's weird to say those words, fall and winter, but it's coming fast and we want to set ourselves up for success. So August 3rd, please find yourself an open house. I think I spoke about it a couple weeks ago. The way I was 22 years old when I got into this business, I did not have a pipeline or a database that was really going to grow my business. The way that I was able, I got rookie of the year somehow, some way. And one of the ways was open houses. I see another rookie of the year here, Jacqueline on, and I know she did open houses too, and her business is just thriving. It's a great way to find business because here's the stat, and I think it's actually lower now than it was. It's about 5 to 7% of people that come to look at an open house actually buy it. But, and a lot of people come to open houses. Do you agree? How many of you have hosted an open house lately? And I want to hear, what was the activity like? Lindsay, Tracy, what was the activity like?
So I've done two this past month. The first one had between the Saturday and Sunday, I did it 2 days. We had over 30 people. And I had one this past weekend, a higher priced property, and we had about 9 come through.
Those are all amazing numbers,
Yeah.
right?
And I got three new leads,
there it
including
is.
one of which is a buy and sell.
There it is right there. There's the proof in the pudding right there. And that's what happens when you do open house after open house. Now, I will tell you, Lindsay, you're going to agree with this. Have you had open houses that have been a flop, that you haven't gotten anything? There's 2 reasons for that. One, we did not do a 7th level open house. And 2, it just happens sometimes. It's just not the right property. Oh, I'm throwing up balloons. I didn't mean that, but there they are.
There's
Sometimes the property is, I know. It's my hands. Sorry. Some houses are overpriced, the location on it. So when you're choosing your open house that you're going to call a listing agent on, look at the price, look at the location, see how many signs you actually have to put up to get people to the house. If you have to take 10 open house signs with you, you might want to choose a different open house. Yet you might not. You might want to choose that one. So just choose wisely. So Tracy, I saw you had your hand up. How many people have you seen come through some open houses you've had?
There were, I think I did 3 open houses for one property on different days, not in the same week. It did eventually sell.
Hey.
Yeah. There were rainy days and I had between 8 and 12 couples come through each one.
That's amazing. I'll tell you.
The last day,
okay.
I only had a couple people show up. The last woman that showed up is the one who ended up buying it, but she had an agent. So
and that happens too. Yet what you're doing is you are exposing, you're basically a billboard sitting in an open house,
yep.
It's like a mofer, right?
Yeah.
Making offer for media. So people coming to you to raise their hand and say, I'm interested in either this house or a house.
Yes.
Such a good opportunity. Thank you, Tracy, for sharing. Sure. And these are the reasons we're doing this. And by the way, so many houses open. How fun will this be for customers, clients in the area to go bop around to so many different houses, and maybe in multiple different states, by the way? You know, you could get creative with this, right, Brooke? They could do a punch card in New England, something like that, to make it very creative to get just people moving and seeing other properties.
You know, and the other thing, and what we're going to talk about today, you can tie into, which is charitable giving. How many of you have participated in a red day? Show of hands. Thank you for those who are driving. I saw it mystically. What about a backpack drive or a food drive at KW? Have you ever participated in any of our blessing baskets, sometimes they're called, or given even $1 or a donation to these things? During COVID is when I was involved heavily with our coaching program, and one of the hardest things was open houses, right? We were doing virtual, we were different things. And then when COVID it's not that it went away, but when it changed again and open houses were coming back, it was really hard to get people in, and it still can be a challenge to get the right people to your open houses. When you start to bring in charitable giving to your open houses, you change the way people think about you. You also give yourself the advantage, and I love to call it door knocking for a cause. Oftentimes we have this nobody's going to answer the door mentality. And what do I have to offer when I go there? Well, now you're going to have the ability to offer not only the information about the property, give me a call if you have any questions, if there's a parking issue, I'm here the whole time, but also on the back, the sellers feel strongly about the animal shelter. So during the open houses this weekend, I will be collecting towels and blankets, and then we'll be dropping off after the open house. So at any time during the open house, feel free to come by, drop it off. And if you can't get here but have something, just send me a text and I'll arrange to get it. That's a different feel when you're door knocking. If your sellers do not have charities they're hot about, then that's when we come in, because we've got great things we do. How many of you are doing a backpack drive? I've already seen 2 in our region. Who's doing a backpack drive? Jen, I saw your market center's doing one, and I think I saw Evolution or Merrimack Valley. We can collect those things. Do you know someone who needs to be in this world, right? How do we find out what events are going on? So this is why I love what we do. Are there any additional questions on the Mega Open House Agent Playbook? I've dropped the link in, but I'm going to drop it again for anybody. And my chair is slowly going down, so hold on a minute. Do you see this? I'm just slowly sinking. I don't know what's wrong.
Okay, so here's the thing with the Agent Playbook. This takes the guesswork and really the work out of doing everything that you need to do for an open house. This gives you play-by-play, including templates for your marketing right here in this playbook. So we really have set this up for you guys to make sure that you could have the best open houses and get the most reward on your time.
Absolutely. There are Canva templates in there, and there are other ones. I will tell you, if you're having issues with any of our templates, you should be able to use these on a free Canva account. We made them without any of the pro elements, so anyone in there should be able to go in, and all you have to do is update your property details, your KW logo, and an image of the home, and it's got badges. So those badges help us all see that you're participating in our open house event. If you're not using us, we ask you to please use the badge at least in your marketing so we can quickly find you, and the hashtag KWNE Mega Open House. So we can quickly find things, because we are working on making sure that the region advertises all of your properties as well and the things we're doing. So you may get eyes on your property. If you're in Vermont, maybe someone from Connecticut's moving and the person was just about to do a referral, and guess what? Now your property is going to get seen by eyes it may not have been seen before. So make sure we have that info, and please make sure you fill out the form in the link in that playbook so we know to look for your property and the marketing and get it out.
All right. Any questions on that? Ahas, comments, feedback? Anybody else excited about it other than Brooke and I?
I'm so excited. Lindsay is. Bennett is. Bennett's going to go out and get all the open houses in Vermont.
You know
Absolutely. Nice to meet you, Bennett, on Friday. All right, so here's the thing. We can't make this a success without your help. So if you are having a challenge getting an open house, Brooke and I want you to reach out to us, because your market centers are also tasked to do this at a very high participation. So we will reach out to your leadership and make sure that we get some open houses for you. If you are having a hard time getting any within your market center, you don't hold any. So please reach us. We're here to support you and this day to grow your business, because what we know is on August 3rd, if you start cultivating a relationship for somebody to buy a property, 90 days later, you most likely are going to have a compensation that is going to thrive you through and continue your business cycle. So please dial into this. This is a big deal. We're here to help you every step of the way. Brooke, anything else you want to add on that?
Check out the open house playbooks that are on Connect within Command. If you type the word open house in, the amount of video learning and playbooks are incredible. Now, these are people who have built their businesses around open houses, often grace the stages when we go to our big KW events, and some of them are local to us. Also, ask, what are people doing to nail their open houses? How are they making them 7 level? Because the open house itself is not the main event. It's just the catalyst that gets us to do the activities. So are you doing all the activities that make your open houses the best open houses on the planet? Like why are you the agent that if you don't have a listing, other agents reach out to you? And I would highly recommend after today putting together a Google Doc about why you should be the person. Why would I, as an agent who has never met you before, offer up one of my open houses to you in the market center? How do I get to know you? How are you showing up on your internal KW Facebook pages? Are you going to market center meetings, networking events? These are all the things that get you into deeper relationship and closer in proximity to the people at KW that can help you move your career forward. So make sure you're also showing up in the market centers. And if you are list agents in this group listening, please give one of our friends on these calls a chance, or someone in your market center. You can't be everywhere at once. And I would hate for one of your properties to not have an open house because you're spread thin with all your listings. So give one of our friends and give them some guidelines and help them make sure that your listing gets the open house it deserves.
All right, Brooke, let's dive into our next portion of the call.
You got it. So let's talk about social media and giving this week. It was also Gary Keller's birthday, and it was our week of Founders Day and giving back to KW Cares. I was like, this is perfect for what we've got lined up. One of the things on our blogs we started talking about is trying to find things to talk about that are in your hyper-local community that would drive traffic to your site and Facebook without talking about real estate 24/7. Remember, 80-20 rule, 80% nothing to do with your real estate business, 20% with business. Because if people are not in buy, sell, or invest mode, how are you keeping them in your net? And it's not by speaking real estate or barfing market stats on them 24/7. You've lost me. This document goes out every Monday after this call. You can also find it in our M3 group, which I'll post that Facebook link when I'm done sharing. And all you have to do is click on Giving and Events, and it will bring you right to this week's information. So one of the things we've talked about, and I just want to call it out, and I'm actually going to highlight it for everyone. If you've been with us a long time, your recurring deductions did not roll over from green sheets to KW Command. No matter what percentage you choose or dollar amount, you can set it up so that through every transaction, you give back to another associated need. If you are unsure what KW Care is, check in with your leadership, but we also have a quick one-pager behind here that not only tells you what KW Cares is, where to find more info, but how to set up your recurring deductions. I would normally show you, ask your leadership, ask people in your world. I'm under a feature flags that's going to show you something that I cannot show you in Command today. So I have to keep my settings hidden from you, and I can't do that today, but the answers article. I know, I'm sorry, I can't even show, like, I opened it and I was like, ooh, I have a feature flag. I cannot show my Command today. But I put the article in on how to do it. If you do have any questions, your local leadership knows how to do it, your compliance MCA department. This is a big one. 5%, 1 to 5%, 10%. These are small amounts on these that give back to our associates in a big way. And all of our funding for KW Cares is by associates through transactional giving. The bulk of it. This does not come from outside sources. We give to our family in need at KW, and I hope you never, ever need to use one of these grants. But Jen can personally tell you that they have come through for her and her family in the past. And that's why it's also important to talk about the things that we're doing. Which leads us to today's giving and events. You've got your Canva templates, which are all about finding local community connections. There are 3 images and 3 captions for you to choose from, because many people know we're in real estate. That's all we talk about. But what a lot of people don't know is that KW agents are some of the most giving people on the planet. And when I say agents, I mean all associates or people who walk through the door and get to play in our world every day. From our preferred partners and vendors, the people we get to see every day, it's present in all we do. So KW agents are the champions of giving back to our communities, but sometimes the charities that need our help the most don't always get the spotlight we deserve. That's where you come in. Who are the local heroes we need to know about? Which charities in our community could use a boost, whether it's through donations, volunteers, or simply spreading the word? So this is a great way, and I've got it written out a couple different ways depending on your personality. Please feel free to tweak these to make sure. Keep the hashtags there. They are hashtags that I have dug through reports to see which ones get the most clicks when it comes to a theme like transactional giving, community giving, stuff like that. To get your templates for Canva, you simply click on it. The template opens and you can say use template for a new design. Yours will not say edit. It's because we're in the account I created it in. You'll only say use template for a new design. Make sure you swap out your DBA logo because you do not work for KWDBA. If you are grabbing the one that is all images, the logo is missing, you do have to make sure you put your logo on, and each office is individually owned and operated is already on that for you. Questions on that or anything you want to add, Jen, about how we dig into our communities and become local community ambassadors?
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's an important thing. We succeed through others, and charitable giving is just one of those things that fills your heart cup, right? And I'll tell you that KW Cares has been one of those things for my family. My brother lost his home in a fire, and they came through and supported him greatly for that. And he was able to rebuild partly because of that grant. So I can't speak more highly about KW Cares and how impactful they are as a Keller Williams community partner. So it's huge. It's part of our world, and would love your support on that. I'll tell you, your local communities as well. Really, one of the things I do is I go to the Ronald McDonald House every month, and we cook there. So if you don't have, $5 to do for every transaction or whatever, just something, whatever you can do. We go there and we cook food for the Providence that always filled up, by the way. So we cook for the families there, and it's just one of those things that it just feels good to do that. Whatever you can do. That's all I'll say, Brooke, on that.
Awesome. Well, that's today's M3 content. What I'd love to go over for the next few minutes is talking about the agent websites and how you get the blogs. So if there are no questions on the social media, I do want to go over some things that are changing in your world, what to expect, and exciting updates on agent sites. So if there's nothing else on that, we can say bye-bye to Jen. Any questions?
Bye, guys.
Okay, you're free to go. Not you, friends. You have to stay. Okay, let's talk websites. Who has not switched over? Just put in your head, I want you to think about this. Have you switched over to the new agent websites? If you started after a certain time, you automatically got it. If you are still hanging on to those old sites, friends, they are changing, and they are changing for the better. On August 15th, if you have not changed over to the new agent site experience or done the upgrade your website, you will automatically wake up one day and the new website experience will be there for you. Now, here's a couple things to note, and I see a whole bunch of our Market Center tech trainers on this call, and they are here to help you through this transition. Custom pages on the old sites will not roll over. They will not. And one of them is for a good reason. We do not need a separate page for mortgage calculators. I've said this on a whole bunch of calls, and I will say it on my little tiny soapbox that I will jump off of so I don't get hurt, and my chair that keeps going down and down. When you take them away from the page with the properties, they have to resubmit their info. Let me get to my website, make sure there's nothing you can't see on it. And then we'll share again, and we'll go over what people would see and why this part is so important. Okay, fresh site. So when people are on your website, can we see the property? I just picked up any property that I found. Everybody see that? Cool. There's something called what does it cost or estimated payment. Now, if you're pushing them to an outside mortgage calculator, you're taking them away from important information that may not show the way it should to them. So what I love is that based on what I put in, down payment, all the information. Maybe I'm rolling in the deep here. There we go. So all this information as your consumer sticks with me from property to property to property. So when I'm cruising your website, I can see what my monthly payment would be, and I don't have to resubmit it every time on every property. If you're pushing them away from these property pages, you're doing your clients a disservice, or the people in your world, because affordability is right here. And then when you hover over these bars, it actually breaks it down for you over here what the whole picture and the cost is. Because oftentimes those mortgage calculators just spit out one piece of information, what the payment would be, but maybe it's missing PMI or taxes or important things that the client may not know. This is pulling from MLS. So everything that the list agent's putting in is going to be calculated into this payment, especially based on the different types of loan types. And it tells you right here that these things are based on, this is not what it would actually be. So there are disclaimers everywhere. I prefer this so much more over any of the mortgage calculators that exist. What it's also going to do is give you that gorgeous blog. And this is one of the things that agents have been asking me about for years. And if you want to poke around and see how I blog and how I do things, it's just brookthenerd.com. You can see all the fun things I put out for all of you. But you would be writing for your community. This is where all the things that I've been chatting about come into place. When now you're asking people who needs help, great, we're going to blog about it. And we're going to have all those people help us blog about it. You're not writing this. They are. You're just copy, paste, publish, and then you're going to get it out on social media. Maybe you'll visit, maybe you'll post photos of when you're volunteering or helping out there. The other thing is it's just a cleaner testimonial. You have the ability to make sure that if you ever get a testimonial from a bot, how many of you love those Facebook testimonials about crypto or Bitcoin or things that make no sense that Facebook can't seem to get rid of? Or the fact that your Google reviews are sometimes marked as spam when they are legitimate. I haven't been able to get a single one of my Google reviews to not be marked as spam. So when you're on your new websites, you're in control of your testimonials, and with client permission, you can copy and paste them from tons of other sites so that they show up here. The other really cool thing is that KWRI has been working really hard on SEO, search engine optimization. So along with you blogging, posting on social media, and everything that they're doing behind the scenes, the chances of your website being seen in Google searches that are not paid results are higher and higher and higher. So the websites are there. Let me give you a link. We gave it last week, and let me just find it. And to participate in the new mega open house, you do have to be on the new sites because there is the ability to do open house. And before I grab that link and give it to you, because I do believe it's an M3 anyway, I want to show you how simple it is to have an open house landing page. So maybe I'm covering this. I'm covering this for Terry at KW Metro. Hi, Terry, if you're on or you know her. Okay. When I've got the new websites, I'm going to go to the property. I'm going to type a / and just the word open house. From here, what this does is it builds an open house landing page that when people fill it out, it pushes them right into your command for you, and it's giving you permission to contact the people, no matter who they are, who rolls through. It does take a minute. Have patience with it. Do not keep refreshing, because remember, now it's building the connections to your command. So now you've got this gorgeous landing page. Can everybody see this? I'm not going to say the name wrong. Can everybody see the open house landing page at Datilo Road? Bennett, I see your face. Can you see it? Can you see the open house? Cool. When it gets filled out, look at that. Autofill. Everybody has autofill on their phones. People are going to have to work harder to give you false information. It works. Here's what you can do too. A lot of people have tablets set up with these. Any Chrome window on a computer. Right click, create QR code. Now you have a QR code that you can put into marketing so people can come in. The other thing is you can add that by signing into your physical sheet, if you have to have the paper there, that your information will be added to the open house sign-in information. Just follow all of this, right? Just follow all of this and you should be safe. Check in with your broker to verify that. This is the other big thing. In order to participate in the Mega Agent Open House, we are asking for this so that we can ship people your way as well. Who's using? Is anybody using those new open house? Aren't they fabulous? They are so fabulous. I am so happy to see so many of your faces doing that. All right, let me get you the how-to on the new agent sites. And it's as simple as like 3 or 4 clicks and you're there. I wouldn't worry about old landing pages for properties or different things, but I would get that done. So that way, if you do have custom pages, you are copying all the HTML from your site, putting it onto a Word document or a Google Doc, and then saving it somewhere. So that way, if you choose to rebuild it, you can. All right, friends. Mega Agent Open House. Do your sellers have a charity? Can you door knock for a cause? Can you advertise getting donations at your upcoming open houses and events? Upgrade to your new agent web experience so that you get to participate in the Mega Agent Open House Day. Any questions on what we did today or how to get the info?
If we're already on the new website, is there anything we need to do to get the updates?
Nope, they're automatic. Okay. Everything is automatically done for you. So if you're new on the new experience, everything gets pushed for you. If there's any updates to privacy policies, the way a lead form works, everything is done for you. Thank you for that.
What does your shirt say?
My shirt says, ask me about my ahas. It's one of the KWU training shirts that I love.
There you go.
Because it's ask me about my ahas. Does anybody know? And if you're one of my Market Center tech trainers, you can't answer this. Does anybody know what aha actually means in the Keller Williams world?
Answer.
Go, Lindsay, go ahead.
So David yelled the answer from the other room. Agents helping agents.
Yes. And I've changed it to associates helping associates because on this call we have so many people who could be marketing, admins, operations people. So I call it now associates helping associates. You will know, I'm going to put the article in, Wajiha, that's a great one. How do I know? There'll be an image and a big, I don't know what color it is. My husband says it's green. It looks blue teal to me. But there'll be a bar at the top with some sparkles that says upgrade to your new agent site at the top. I believe, Wajiha, you have the new one because you joined after a specific date. So I put the link again in the chat. That link is in our M3 group. Let me pop that M3 group back in here. If you are not there, I post shenanigans and good information. If I see hacks or scams, it's also the first place I post things. And with that, if you ever have something come in and you're not sure if it's real, please screenshot and send to me or your Market Center tech trainers. We will get back to you and let you know not to answer it or yes, this is okay to click on. We'd rather look at it for you than you click on something and we have to change your world. Yeah, I haven't decided if I'm letting you in, Wajiha. I'm just kidding. I'm only so fast on these calls. All right, friends, go upgrade your sites. Get ready for your Mega Agent Open Houses. Here's what I would do. I would pull, if you don't have an open house, how are you going to advertise yourself to agents in your Market Center to get one? Second, get those templates into your Canva and ready to go so that all you have to do is swap out the info and swap out the pictures. Go be great. Find some charities to donate time or resources to and get your face in the sunshine for 15 minutes, sunscreened minutes. Go get some fresh air. Have a good day, friends.